Ooh, welcome back, Heavenlies. This is Heaven's Army playing. Well, I'm not really playing anything. I'm doing a New Year's Eve thingy. I just realized, though, my video is much too large. I'm gonna shrink it, and I know it's gonna throw off everything. I need to be able to see this, and I need to be able to see the other thing, and I just moved it, and I'm like, I'm doing this first. That was my plan. I wanted to just do that, and then, but I gotta move this too. I know it's gonna shrink something by now, right? Hasn't itself yet. It's going to eventually. It's going to load. So when you're streaming, running multiple windows, having multiple things up and running, good grief. There we go. Are you moved now? Good, because like all I want to do is be able to see both of my chats, which I kind of forgot to move. Yeah, I kind of, so I had a choice. Either A can go and do this first, which is what I chose, or I could have done it after my live stream. And I didn't quite know how I want to take it. Where is my anniversary? There you are. Okay, we're back. So, at the very bottom of the screen, I think I got my mouse captured as well. This isn't gonna be like my year anniversary. I won't be doing that. I'll go through all the games more fully. This is actually from last year, real time, because my anniversary is in the middle of the year, and I go from that point of my anniversary to my actual anniversary day. So, but we're here last year, where right after that, apparently did I do Power Wash Simulator because something was broken, or did I do these two and then this? Maybe, who knows? I don't even know, but I noticed that I played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Okay, so that's a good contender. It's a good start of a year, is to play this game. I kind of like got my craving earlier this time around, and I played Pokemon before this time. But oh my goodness. Okay, so it's kind of odd going back, because like again, my anniversary, we're not even gonna see these, but I played my first Gran Turismo as well. And this is my first time doing this too. I wanted to make some changes. Yeah, I want some changes here, but I played a demo, and then I'm looking at new Switch games. Game Boy Advance. Okay, so I also got the new thingies, right? My family said that was after. Yes, it was after that, where they told me, well, by the way, we're just gonna get the advanced Nintendo stuff, and I'm like, awesome. Right, that was last year. It feels so much longer. It feels so much longer. So while I'm going reminiscing through these games, I'm going to talk about games I liked and disliked. You know me, I don't really dislike many games. But after playing for 10 years, I'm eventually gonna find something I'm like, nah, well, I really didn't need to play that, or I don't get why everyone's loving these games. And I'll let you know my favorite game of this year, which is the big change up. I haven't done this. Normally I just do a revelation, say thank you, and then we move on. But also, like, looking at these games, Stanley Parable is definitely up there for a really good game. So I can put that one on the contenders list of one of my favorite games of the year, the Stanley Parable. Now again, I already have in my mind, we're not even near the game that I'm still thinking is the best game of the year. Once I look through the rest of these games, I'm gonna be like, oh. But Stanley Parable should be added to that, and again, so should the Pokemon. But I know I played another Pokemon game, and that one beats the Let's Go Pikachu. I didn't want to the throwing the Pokeballs all the time. Yeah, they kind of like threw off the pace of the game, and I couldn't like walk around and fight. I had to choose a little bit of stuff, and then it was just a little bit different. But also, like, I'm planning on changing my titles again. So before I change it to Heaven's Army Plays, I want my name in the title, so when you search for Heaven's Army, me, you actually find my videos, which you were unable to do that before. Trust me, I tried. So putting my name in the title is what allows you to find me, but I also realize that it kind of looks a bit messy. because everything just says Heaven's Army Plays, and then you can only read like a part of the title. So I'm gonna have my name in the title. I'm just gonna move it at the end, and I'm just gonna have the game and the game and what's happening, and then hopefully my name at the end of it, which you won't need to see, but at least if you search, you can still find me. I see that I started Drakengard. Oh boy. Okay. This is I've took on the big series last year. Like, which is like, to me, it's this year. Again, this is the anniversary. This is the New Year's Eve stream. So like, we're ushering out 2025 and ushering in 2026. So I'm saying last year already. It's not even there yet, but it's going to be very soon. So it's just like, yeah, all right. So, but this year of 2025, I started the Drakengard series. Good grief, man. All right. Well, the Drakengard 1 was interesting. Definitely old. I wouldn't put that up as good as the Stanley Parable. Yes, there's lots of great things about it, but like, I play by games on how I feel, so it's my game of the years, not the game of the year. So that, with the Stanley Parable, I'm just gonna leave that one there. I see that I've started. This isn't Kingdoms of Amalur. No, that's not what the title says. Please read the title. You don't need to worry about the... I don't know what you're reading. Just all you need to see is title. Welcome though, Mal. Please read title. Yeah, well that's all on you. That's you. Okay, so I'm going through a bunch of my my Switch games. Now I know I started pretty furiously on those games, but I've kind of slacked off on them once I hit an RPG. But I see Donkey Kong's there. I see that I continued Drakengard with many days breaks in between. Yes, it was very grindy, that game. Getting weapons leveled up is what matters. So levels helped, but so did your weapon levels, and it was grindy. I played Kirby's. Okay. More Drakengard. Again, I'm glad I don't have to go through all of these games. I'm just trying to find out what I'm gonna add to my Game of the Year list, and then I'm going to find out which one's there. There's Drakengard 2. Once I see her face, we know it's Drakengard 2. Took off after branch 2, B or C or whatever it was. That was the different branch, and again, it didn't go anywheres. Because the game 1 and Drakengard 1 goes to branch E, and branch E continues near Automata. There's so many ways to say it. Anyway, that one. And that's why this game doesn't make any sense, because he took it from another branch, and the game didn't even continue from there. So yeah, it was weird. Nice face, though. But yeah, Drakengard 2, I don't know if it was... They improved stuff, but... I was waiting to get to the near replicant near Automata. Like, I was waiting to get to the... I want to see what everyone was freaking out over this game maker and these games. And we're not there. I really did not enjoy Drakengard 3. So Drakengard 1 could barely beat it because of the stupid boss at the end. Drakengard 2 didn't have it. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. They've learned. And then we get to Drakengard 3, and they added everything cringy that you could possibly cringe over. And then they threw the final boss. And yeah, sadly I'm disappointed. I couldn't beat the game. There's no possible way I can beat that game. It was a weird... Everyone keeps saying there's a delay between video games and flat screen TVs now. So if the game is ancient and you're trying to play an ancient game on an HD TV, you can't hit the notes exactly when you're supposed to, making it truly nearly impossible. I even watched a YouTube video to like get the notes to happen exactly when it happened at the beginning, and by the time I get to it and the notes, they're out of sync after a certain point. So it was like truly impossible to do it unless I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't get the rhythm down. It was truly impossible. So like, I didn't like that game. So there's one that I didn't like already. I was just more or less disappointed because I just wanted to play and beat these games and see what the endings were. Not that I like disliked the game. I didn't enjoy a lot of the things that was in this game. There was a lot of gross topics in this game. But then they turned it around. Right after this, I jumped right into Near Replicant. That means I want to get the series done. But then they threw all of that stuff for the 3 away, and then they made a game. and Nier Replicant was great. We just went from like disappointed, didn't like it, to Nier Replicant great. They didn't do any of the Drakengard 3 stuff. So, like, I enjoyed it. Now, again, they still have their drama and sad stuff, but, I played the crap out of this game, and and it doesn't look like I had to stop either. So that, I would say that I would add Nier Replicant to my Game of the Year list, but you can see now that I've also continued with Nier Automata right after. Again, no breaks again. I beat the game and I moved right into it. Good grief, I am a mad lad sometimes. Even still, after 10 years, I thought it was just my youthful energy to do games like this. No, I did that this year. Good grief, I did all of that this year. No breaks between Nier games. So I'll throw Nier Automata in the my Game of the Year list. Again, it has all of that sad stuff and stuff. It seems to be a lot less than all the other ones, but again, I don't understand when people say the story was written so good. I'm like, okay, well, there was a story in this, yes. The composer's music was fantastic. Well, yeah, the music was good. I don't know what they're talking about more than like, yeah, I like the story and I like the music. So I'm not one of those. I'm not rating games based upon whatever other people are rating it, okay? I have zero idea what they're talking about. But yes, the whole story was quite crazy. There was like an ending for every letter of the alphabet. And it was kind of easy to do. I didn't have to do anything crazy like Drakengard 1 and 3. Yeah, so it's just like when you make the game not stupidly hard to do, live streamable possible, like I like it. So that I'll throw Nier Automata on here. But based upon that, it's it's already it's Nier Automata versus the Stanley Parable right now is what's on my list. We can move on. We can move on now. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I played a little bit of that, I guess. I played some Harvest Moon for the first time. Good grief, we're doing a little bit of everything, aren't we? I'm not gonna put those on my Game of the Year list. No. I've enjoyed them, yes, but to call it like the Game of the Year, I'll put it on my list of Game of the Years. I'll hold off. Super Punch It again was fun. I'm just not gonna throw that there in my Game of the Year. Again, I've gone through. Oh, I started getting into my Sega Genesis games. We finally got out of the NES and the SNES and the Game Boy games. And now we do Sega Game Boy Color. And then, is it Nintendo 64 then Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy Advance and then Nintendo 64? Again, like I'm being a rebel not getting these games done, but just know that I see these that I've done so many of these. I was doing so good at this point. Are you kidding me? Look how many games of these that I got done. Then I played the new Super Mario Bros. I gotta call my family up and see if I can borrow another Mario game soon. It'd be fantastic if I can get another Mario game. It's been a while. It's just I haven't. I think about it, but I don't think to stream it. And nobody shows up to this channel going, "Next Mario game when?" You're getting into the ones that I like, and I'm like, let's go. So I kind of just like forget too, because it's just like, yeah, if people were way more excited about something, I would be there. I would be there and be excited with you. So Need for Speed Underground. The only flaw with this game is that I was playing on an HD TV with all the HDMI stuff, and it made the game so blurry. This is what happened all the time. I crashed on every single wall. I hit every wall, I hit every car. I couldn't see them. It was just all square blocks. It was awful. But again, it wasn't the game's fault. I think it's because the technology has just gotten too far above the PS2 when I have my setup the way I have it set up. So I'm not blaming the game for it just being blocky. I'm gonna blame like my setup and how more advanced we're getting. And when you just add a better cable to a system, it doesn't just make the game just better. Fire Emblem. This is like what, 9 and 10 or 8 and 9? I got it. I got the numbers written down. I don't have it in front of me right now. I just have the screen in front of me. Path of Radiance, and what is the other game? I'm gonna just scroll up now. We don't need to do it one by one. and Radiant Dawn. I'm gonna put those two games as one. I know they're two separate games. That means I could have put Replicant and Automata together, right? And if you want to do that in your brain, go for it. But I'm going to put these two games together because it's my first Fire Emblem games, and I think I still did it the correct way. These are a much more easier Fire Emblem game. So if you want to get into the Fire Emblem games, you should play these, and then see if you like it, and if you get absolutely smoked and you don't like it, well then you'll know. And if you get a taste of it like I did, and you're like, oh, I kind of get it, and I think I could handle, if things get a little bit more harder, I think I could handle it. So I'll put these in here for the Game of the Year, because they ended up being quite unique. Again, a tactical RPG game. People can die permanently. You're soon gonna have a new Need for Speed game. Oh, another one? Well, guess what? No one's gonna play it. And if anybody does, they're gonna just be like, nope, bad. And then everyone's gonna talk about another another company that's gone rogue. Yeah, I'm not worrying about that. Yeah, the game, the moment you said it, I've lost 100% interest into it. So yeah, like, if the rest of the internet's like me, we're tired of make these games coming out to just take our money and don't care about anything else. The internet's slowly figuring it out. It just took them way too long, and they're still figuring it out for some parts of it. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna talk about no pay to drive game. So yeah, New Year's Eve topics, please. I'm not even gonna breathe another word of that silly game. So yeah, I'll put these in here. I just like them. Story, characters, music, again, unique fighting style. I've done a few other tactical games, but I'll throw that there on my list. I don't have my list written down, so hopefully somebody's writing it down for me, or I just remembered. I will. You know what? Let's go crazy. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna add all brackets. It doesn't matter. This is gonna be like all of the games of the year award. We're not gonna have brackets like if it's racing and sports, it goes into that category. We're not gonna make a big TV show out of this. We're just gonna do this quickly, I hope. I'm gonna throw Need for Speed Underground 2 in here in my list because Need for Speed Underground 2, I've played a few more racing games at this point now. I've done a lot of Gran Turismos. I've done Need for Speed Underground 1, and I've done a few other Need for Speed games, and I even did a Burnout game. And you know what? None of them come even close to how good this game is. With characters and story, with cars that you can tune them up, you can put lights underneath of them, you can have fun with your car. The handling in the game is great, and when you can beat the game. You can actually beat the game. It's like my favorite racing game that I've ever found so far. Again, have I played a lot of racing games? No, but the few that I have, Need for Speed Underground 2 is my favorite. Just, I'm gonna word it that way right now. It is my favorite. Oh boy, and now we're into Black Myth Wukong, which, I'm gonna have to throw that into the list as well of Game of the Year. I'm gonna have to. This one is is it our only Dark Souls style game? No, we got another one. We had Lies of P as well this year. So Lies of P would be probably there as well, but this was the first one, and they did a great job. And if you don't even know anything about the story, well, they kind of like catch you up on what it is a little bit. I would have loved to have learned a little bit more about Wukong himself. Sun Wukong, but like I only watched what, one episode or two of that video of that TV series, and there was like so many more episodes to watch, and I just didn't have the time. But when I went through the game, it was definitely challenging, but definitely fun. And again, I'm forced to play as a melee, so I'm not really a fan of being forced to do melee when there's other games that allow me to use bows and magic, and I can just do whatever I want. So when you're just forced to stick with one type, it's like, but you know what, it turned out pretty great. And getting through the game, fighting the ones that gave me a little bit of a hard time and beating them, that was great. That was fantastic. So that's going on my list. Gran Turismo 3. When it comes to Gran Turismo games, I'll move through this quickly. I think I like Gran Turismo 3 the most right now. Out of 5 and 6 and Sport, and we haven't even gotten to the other game yet. I still think 3 is better. They just done so much that the other games just didn't even do. And it was a little bit more freedom. And then we're gonna get up to another one. Chatting and looking at my PS5 wish list. We'll move. I could add that to my favorite game. It wasn't even a game. But yeah, I'll be looking at. Again, I'm trying to just do a lot of extra stuff for everybody. Luigi's Mansion 2. As much as I want to throw this in my game of the year, when we put Luigi's Mansion next to Black Myth Wukong and Nier Automata and yeah, it's quickly falling off. Do I like this game a lot? Yes. Is there any stuff that I didn't like in the Nier Automata games? No, this game is nothing like that. So that's why I like these games way more than those. But when you look at the rest of it, like the music was fine too, but was that the story was just Luigi's going back to the mansion again, or getting different ghosts this time. That's it. Like before, it was like you were kind of looking for Mario. What was Luigi in there for this time? Just the moon disappeared, and that's it. Like the moon disappeared. Luigi's putting it back. There's no. That's the story. You got the whole story now. You could take a guess at what's going to happen at the end. I don't have to tell you. So, but yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Yes, I'm not gonna throw that into my in my list. Destiny 2, I can't say that this is a brand new game. This is me continuing the more expansions, so I'm not gonna throw that there. But yeah, it's just I got it done. And that's all I want to say to Destiny 2. I enjoyed the shooting, okay? I had lots of fun, made lots of clips. But yeah, it's Destiny 2. We're into another series, another big series, and I'm still going through it. It's Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm looking at the first one right now, and I've already done the second one as well. And the first one kind of hit you with a lot of sadness, good grief. Where I wasn't expecting a Nintendo game to go so dark. And I keep getting heads up like this is a journey, and that it almost sounds like everyone's saying like if you thought the first game was sad, then they're all gonna be something sad and dark about these games. I'm not looking forward to that feeling, but the games themselves are an open world on a Nintendo game. I was not expecting to be able to even touch water, and not only did I touch the water, but I swam into it, and I'm just like, no way. So I was kind of shocked that a Nintendo Switch system can even handle an open world game. Again, we got the Tears of the Kingdom 2, but like this one here was this one felt like a great big journey. I wasn't just like in a tiny little part of the map, and I could just go up to the northwest to the Ritos and northeast to the Gorons. I felt like I was going through an entire whole thingy, and they just said I was on one of the bionic things, whatever they're called. Anyway, Xenoblade games are sneaky, but again, X is the darkest. Oh, spoiler alert. But yeah, I'm just assuming that they're not going to be happy. I've already learned that by the very first or second episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 that they were not bright and happy games. So yeah, I at least know that. I'm not looking forward to playing another sad dark game though. I really am not. Where are we at? What am I looking at? Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Didn't I not jump into... I think I did the DLC as well. Most Wanted was not Most Wanted. Oh my goodness. I did... After that, I jumped into Phantasy Star, another series. Oh, okay. Well, again... Did I like it? Yes. Was the final boss stupidly hard? Yes. Made the game almost... I almost couldn't beat the game. So I almost didn't like it completely. But no, I kind of liked it. And again, this is where I stopped playing these games. I stopped playing games after this game, because now the next game is Phantasy Star 2. Phantasy Star 2 is next, and it's a big grindy game again. And you'll see where I'm at, because it's not where you think I am. But not gonna add that one. Okay, I did Zelda Link's Awakening again. I did the HD one. So I kind of already did that. And then there's Liza P. I could throw Liza P in the bracket with Black Myth Wukong. I did like this one. Again, though, it's Dark Souls-y. There's death all around and whatnots, and not everything's a happy ending, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'll just throw it in there because we need some big names in my Game of the Year list. And then we can just move on. Okay, good. We can speed this up. There's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And they added... They removed a lot of the combat stuff I didn't like from the first game. They added a pretty decent main character, lots of comedy. I'm gonna probably... Should I put Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in my list as well? Because it's like the big RPG game that I've played. Yeah, you know what? Let's put Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in my list as well. Of contenders. I really wish a list was being made right now, but it's too bad. I'm just gonna have to do this really quickly. Borderlands 4, I've only played these games because I wanted to put some more games on my channel. And it was a shooter, which I found out very quickly it's not a very good shooter. It's not a very accurate and fun shooter until you hit level 30 or higher, usually. So it's kind of like not fun. And then when you get to the end of the game, I beat it. I beat like almost all the Borderlands within like 2 episodes or 3 episodes. So I didn't even have a chance to even play the games. Like, they were just done. So I sank my teeth into this game, and I gave this one a serious try. We're gonna go up to a lot, but oh, we must have hit the 2 months ago. That's the Halloween time. So I've gone through it. I finally finished up Dead Space completely, but we're not gonna throw that one on my list. But we're at Borderlands episode 16. And Ultra Vault Hunter. There you go. So I did 17 4-hour-ish episodes. Sometimes I might have went even longer than 4 hours, I assume. But yeah, Borderlands, I gave it a try. It's again, like when I compare it to Destiny 2, I like Destiny 2 more than Borderlands. Like, that's it. What is this? Here is the live stream from this state to this state. Why is this here? Normally if these are live streams, they don't show up. Huh, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, something must have broke, probably. It was. When I did Sable, something broke. So this must be me doing something? Who knows? Listen, when you're live every night, something breaks. Hey, Flowers, welcome back. By the way, Happy New Year to everybody who's here, by the way. Yeah, just I'm saying that. I'm gonna say it now. But, Warframe. Yeah, this is from 20... Why is this here? I'm so confused. It's from like 2022. Weird. I think YouTube is drunk with something. Moving on. Forget the distractions. I gotta get this moving quicker. I cannot be messing around too much here. I really can't. I have like 8 minutes to get this all done. I enjoyed Disgaea D2. In fact, it was probably my favorite Disgaea out of them so far. They made the game really playable. They added like a cheat shop and stuff, but I'm gonna seriously say that we're not adding that one to my game of the year list. But it's interesting to see me play some other ones. There you go. This is me playing Pokemon. They say a month ago, but I started it very recently, and I finished it very recently. And Pokemon Sword and Shield was pretty fun, so let's throw that Pokemon game on my list. And then I did Gran Turismo 1. And this is where my PlayStation 2 broke, and I still have a broken PS2. I still have a broken PS2. I can't play Gran Turismo 4. If and when I get up there. I need to get Gran Turismo 2 and then 4, but I can't even do it because my PlayStation 2 broke. But, yeah, Gran Turismo 1 was good. It really was. I had a lot of fun going through that as well. Like, every car kind of did the same drift thingy, but like it was the first one. I'm assuming they're going to improve by the second one. At least I hope so. Lego games are always fun and unique, but really short, and I really wish more people showed up and gave it more love. And then I did the Batman. My goodness, those games are dark. Every time I lower my guard on Batman games, because it's like Batman doesn't kill anybody. Nobody gets killed by Batman, but everybody else is killing everybody else in that game, and it's vicious. And I did that, like, again, I went from this to, and then I went back to Pokemon, because I'm like, man, we need to get that done. So I enjoyed Pokemon, that's on my list. I did a few, this is the last, that's the last of the, Nintendo games I did. And now we're gonna get to the game that I wanted to get to. Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. So when I weigh out gameplay and music and story and stuff, like all of the games kind of did great. That's on my list right now, though I've already told you all the games that are on my list. When I remove the fun, when I'm not having fun, is when they add some dark stuff. So Zelda Tears of the Kingdom just got kicked off the list. Same thing with the Nier series. When they add stuff like that, it really removes the fun for me. So like that, like there's a lot of games that just lose that. So, you know, Pokemon's still there. Stanley Parable's still there. I'm still going through Kingdoms of Amalur right now. And I'm gonna call it nice and early, everybody. Like really early, because I haven't even finished this game. But I'm gonna call Kingdoms of Amalur my game of the year this year. I'm just gonna give that the title and trophy right now. That I haven't played a good game like this in a long time. And yes, I'm even comparing it to Nier Automata and all the other ones. If you did not hear, Nier Automata is not full of happiness and stuff and whatnot either. And where Near Kingdoms of Amalur does have death all around me, it's like it doesn't rip your heart out, okay? It's just like you just met the person and they take him out. And it's just like there's not that much attachment. Do I like it? No, but that's what just happened. So if they keep doing that, it's gonna drop down the list a lot of games that I really like. But everything else about this game is smoking everything else. And again, I don't compare games by how good the graphics are. I don't care about the graphics. I care about story and how I feel. If the music's great, if I'm having a grand adventure and I'm lost in the game like I am with this one, then I'm hooked. Then I agree. So this game is doing that. I lose 4 hours every night, and I get stopped by an alarm or somebody saying it's time to stop, and I'm like, really? So how many times have I missed chat because I'm so lost in the game? And even Pokemon, which I enjoy, I don't get that lost in those games. I don't get that fully invested. It's got to be a pretty good game. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it to that. So that's what I wanted to do. A quick little mini game. It took a lot longer than I thought to do this. Okay. And then also what I've already told you ahead of time. I'm going to change up my titles now. So hopefully I'll have the game, what I've done, the game in the episode, what I've done, and then my name at the end. So I think that'll probably look a little bit nicer for everybody looking at my videos on YouTube. And that should be that. So for everything else, I wanted this to be a short episode. I wish everybody a happy new year. Looks like I'm continuing this new year with this game that I think I'm gonna really enjoy. I'm giving it the game of the year now. And the fact that I got donated Clear Obscure Expedition 33. I haven't seen the person stop by yet, but they've donated it for it, so eventually it'll show up at my place. We have a lot of good things to look forward to, and that's all I'm gonna focus on is all the good stuff. There's enough bad stuff that you can easily find just by looking. I'm just gonna keep enjoying the good stuff. So we have one of my favorite games I'm playing right now. I have a donation game on its way, and it's a game I've been so curious about. It is the game of the year that the world gave. So I'm playing my game of the year, and then the world's game of the year. So what a twist that has been. But also like my plans is still the same. I want to keep live streaming every day. So I'll try my best to keep live streaming every day. And I'll just keep trying to stay in this positive mental space. Do you think that this game will turn out to be my least favorite? It's so hard to make this one my least favorite already. By 3 episodes, it's my favorite. I can't see how my favorite game would go to my least favorite. My least favorite right now is Drakengard 3, and there's no way that this game can do what Drakengard 3 does. Oh, you mean Claire Obscure? Well, I mean, that game didn't happen this year, so that game's happening next year, so it's fine. You didn't even think about that, did you? So, with that, yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep chipping away. I dream that people can find this channel. I dream that people can find... just find this channel by any means somehow. I know people are watching my YouTube shorts, but I know they're not going to my channel. They're just watching the shorts, giving it loads of views. A lot of people are liking it. I am receiving comments, but that's as far as they go. They just watch the YouTube shorts and they move on to other YouTube shorts. So YouTube Shorts is getting me something, but it's not that thing that I actually need, the actual viewers to come over and start viewing me. But it's better than nothing, because I had nothing on YouTube before, so... I'll take the, I'll take that over nothing. So, that's how I'll word it. But with that, time to start changing my titles to this now. And, keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully everybody else is still here, wishes to continue to stop by and hang out. And and hopefully we can just keep this channel going, because it's barely moving right now. So yeah, hopefully it just keeps moving. Hopefully it doesn't come to a standstill and stop and die out. So with that though, all I can say is thanks everyone for this whole year's support. All of the different types and ways you can support. Thank you all. And yeah, I hope I can just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that's good enough for you. So with that, thanks Heavenlies for showing up and watching. And seriously, if you like what I'm doing, please hit those buttons you know to do by now. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.